Buenos dias from a steaming hot Competa in Malaga, Spain. If you ask me what one thing I dislike most in the therapy world, that would be orthotics. Orthotic insoles or inserts are my pet hate. So what are they? By the way, this is not an orthotic, but an orthotic is some sort of insole or insert that you place in your footwear in order to alter the position of some kind. Now, quite often they will be built up. Now, there are three kinds. There's a rigid orthotic. Now, this is to keep your foot in a rigid position. There's a soft orthotic, which is more about comfort and cushioning. And there's a semi-rigid, which is a mixture of the two. So what do they do? Yes, they generally will either fix you in position or they'll alter your position. And the aim of that is to divert pressure away from where you currently have it. So yes, they can help. If you have a certain condition, say you've had surgery on your foot or you're born with a deformity of the foot, or one leg is shorter than the other, and then there are certain instances where an orthotic is required for you. But for the vast majority of people, they're a quick fix. Now, if you've been running or hiking or doing some other activity for many years and no issues, and then you develop pain somewhere, say the Achilles has become inflamed, chronically painful, you don't need to alter the position. Now, an insert might be useful for the short term, a week or two, to alter the position and take the pressure off where you currently use it. But to wear this long term, it's only looking at the symptom, not the cause. So my story, I've had personal experience of orthotic insoles. So going back 30 odd years ago, early 90s, I did a lot of running, was doing well and increased my running probably a bit too much, didn't have enough recovery. But I developed stress fractures in both feet. And eventually what was recommended is I have a screw put in each foot, and I still have them here today. But no issues. Had the surgery, placed in plaster casts then for, I can't remember now, 4 to 6 weeks. But they put my feet in the wrong position in the casts. And over time, muscle wastage, the tissues of the lower legs and feet become chronically tight. So when they took the casts off, I had, let's call it plantar fasciitis, or pain in the sole of the foot. And had this for some time. And a friend of mine was going to a new company that was in Swansea, about an hour away from where we lived. And this company was dealing with orthotics. Now, never heard of them. There was no internet in those days to do any research. So I went down and said, no, can you have a look at me as well? Do I need them? And believe me, you never came away from that place without a pair of orthotic inserts, and they're not cheap. So I wore these then for 6, and we were told any footwear you've got with an insole in, take the insoles out, throw them in a bin, and just put these new orthotics in and wear them all the time. And after about 6 weeks, still had the pain, and I was thinking this doesn't make any sense, because what this company did, and I'm sure they're different these days, and we'll talk about that in a moment. He took an off-the-shelf insole, put it into a heating box, heated the insoles up to a certain temperature, took them out, put these in your training shoes, and then you put your feet into your training shoes, and while they cooled down, while you were wearing them, I can't remember now, maybe it took 5 minutes, they molded to the shape of your foot. It's a problem. They weren't any different to what you were already, what the position you already were. They were molded to your current foot position. So we're never going to do anything for you. So I chucked them away, and went and got treatment on my feet. That took maybe 2 sessions. So these things, they wear out. Um, they may last 6 months, 10 months, maybe even a year, but these will either wear out, so you have to go and get them replaced. Now, what a lot of places do these days, they will get you to walk on a plate or take a scan of your foot, and they'll say, "Oh, you need to be altered this much," and they'll put bits of plastic or rubber at various places on the insert that will either lift you up or put you in a different position. But again, they will wear out over time, so you have to go back and maybe they'll shave a bit off or add a bit more plastic onto the insole. And also, you will adapt to the new positioning, which can cause you pain elsewhere. So you have to have them redesigned. And, and generally, once you have these, you've got them for life. And so it's better to work out what caused the problem and work on the root cause rather than these things which work on the symptoms of pain. And yes, my friend is still wearing those things 33 years later. So if you've got any questions or comments on either wearing orthotics, if you've still wear them after a period of time, or you've not had a good experience, put them in the comments and we'll take a look at those and let everyone else know.